Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's been almost a month since we last played here. Um, I am your dungeon master, Lady D, pronouns she, her, hers. And with me tonight, as always, is the cast of Under Fractured Sky. Who would have guessed that they're here too? So we're going to get started with some intros here. And I believe first in the intro order is Bridget, who's returning to us after a long break from being away for health reasons.
Hello, hello. I'm glad to be back and I'm feeling much better. My name is Bridget. I play Holly Mossfeet, the halfling rogue. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I am happy to finally be back.
Yay! We're happy to get you back. Oh, hey! Thank you so much, Lisk. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You are a treat and a delight. Thank you so much. And also thanks for the emote. All right. Now next in the order is Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. Pronouns are they, them. I play Weira Ignash, the half-orc bard.
Thank you, thank you. And next up is Zool.
That me, hi. Hi, I'm Zool, he, him pronouns, and I play Avne de Belvo, the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin.
Very good. And Miyoko.
Hi there. I am Miyoko, she, hers, and I play Eye of the Forest, Tabaxi Warlock.
Okay, and Salix.
Hey everyone, I'm Salix, he, him. I play Fringle, the Fringle Numbersworth, the gnome cleric. Hey, can't talk.
Hey, you did fine talking just then. Speaking of fine talking, let's talk about Dan.
I'm Dan, pronouns he, him, and I play Jacques, the Komodo Dragon Lizard Folk Ranger.
Woo. And last, and I want to say I'm glad that he is back because he's also been dealing with some issues. Mega.
So, hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Nova Amberle, the Fire Genasi wizard who asked too many questions.
I don't know whether or not to say that we missed you.
Oh, of
The
course
que-
we did.
The question is, what did we miss you with? No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Mega.
I have a shield spell and I'm not afraid to use it.
Okay, well, so it's been a month since we've last got together in this world, but only a few hours, if even that much, since we got together in the last world. So, without further ado, here we go. When last we left our heroes, Avne the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin, Shaq the Lizard Folk Ranger, Weira the Half-Orc Bard, Nova the Fire Genasi Wizard, Forrest the Tabaxi Warlock, and Fringle the Gnome Cleric found themselves back at the Boar's End Tavern in the wooded town of Baythery. The gang was celebrating their good fortune, having not only completed their original task of clearing a small cave full of zombies, but also discovering and clearing a secret lair that harbored even more dangerous undead and finding a secret treasure stash from centuries ago. It was here that they found, in this dungeon, a penitent former necromancer named Joachim Riga, who agreed to undo the undead curse that his former apprentice had laid upon Rathbone, the tongueless gnoll bodyguard of Blount. But what had happened was extremely unexpected. Knowingly, Riga sacrificed himself in a flash of white light, while not only removing the curse on Rathbone, but also restoring Rathbone to life and returning his tongue to him. What was left of Riga was simply a mound of ash covered in tattered robes. Nova and Weira deduced that this was some kind of wish spell, a spell largely forbidden by the gods and achievable only through great sacrifice and magical mastery. Oh, excuse me. And so, a dumbfounded but happy Rengus pours round after round for our heroes at the tavern to celebrate, which is where we rejoin the story. So right now, Rathbone has been palling around with everybody in the party, talking exuberantly and imbibing drink after drink. Kajoa has left the bar to go find Grumcha, who is likely interrogating the captive cultist you guys took somewhere in town, but not before gleefully receiving a massive hug from Rathbone. And after a few more drinks, Rathbone then intends to lead the entire tavern in song. Does anybody want to stop him or help him?
Effie would help.
If Fringle is drunk, he will also help.
All right.
Forrest is going to make some kind of poorly veiled excuse about needing to take a smoke break and go outside.
We all know she's a dirty smoker.
She is definitely not.
Nova has only read about these things, so he stays to watch.
Yeah, Waver's just gonna sit back and watch.
So, what ends up happening is Rathbone successfully charms everybody in the tavern, and just a reminder, this is a huge tavern, and it's not exactly, super high up, like as far as capacity. They're not at max capacity. There we go. But there still are quite a lot of people in here. So he leads them in singing a song called "The Fields of Averhold." Everybody is super into it. It's super in key. Voice of an angel coming from this Knoll who only recently just regained his tongue.
Quick question: are any of you guys getting cut in and out? Because you are on my end.
No.
Well, I've been the only one talking, so I don't know.
No, I've been hearing
it's
D
been
pretty
good for
clearly.
Hmm?
Oh, well, let's continue.
Sorry.
That's okay. No need to apologize. So it's at that moment when the entire tavern is erupting into song that Holly enters the tavern. Holly, you've been away for a few days to clear your head following the loss of Uznar back during the Battle of Bend. You also took the time to deliver the news to Uznar's family up in Sharpsword, accompanied by the All Faiths friar known as Hamish, who escorted you guys from Bend to Knack along with the rest of the caravan. Uznar's mother took the news very well, all things considered. She thanked you for your time and your consideration, and you both shared a conversation about the memories of the short time that you knew him. But now you're here and everybody's singing. What are you doing, Holly?
Holly walks in with kind of a sheepish smile on her face, kind of wondering if anybody's going to be excited to see her. But then she sees everybody in song and pretty jovial, so she goes up to the counter to get herself a drink and sees Rathbone, and isn't quite sure if she's seeing who she thinks she's seeing until she gives him his kind of traditional 2 thumbs up that they used to that they did when they first met, to see if she could get him to return the gesture and see if that is indeed him. And she's pretty overjoyed to see that he's back to life.
Overjoyed and probably a little bit confused. But anyway, Rathbone does indeed see your double thumbs up, and he returns the double thumbs up and nods like, yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of the party, you just notice that Holly just just showed up here at the bar. Just kind of snuck in and snap, and she's there.
I mean, like, Avney would be, like, right beside Rathbone and singing with him. so I guess upon, like, Rathbone doing the thumbs up and everything, they'll notice and just be like, oh, Holly, you're back.
Hi. It's good to see you guys again. What did I miss?
Everything.
Yeah, so plenty happened while you were away.
Forrest just like pokes her head in the doorway and waves and just like in the back of your head you just hear her voice and she just says, "Well, we killed quite a few cultists. A lot of cultists. A lot of them."
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed all the fun.
Oh, did Forrest do the voice thing to you?
Yes.
I'm always so surprised when it happens.
And just in the back of Holly's head, again, you just hear, "It is good to see you again, Holly."
It's good to hear you again. No less creepy, but still good.
By the way, this is what Rathbone looks like revived. For anybody who wasn't in the last stream, he is a very handsome and cheerful gnoll. He is, his fur is like entirely a silvery white. He has big blue eyes. He has a big poofy white mohawk on top of his head. He's wearing really nice ornate armor, and he's got a halberd strapped to his back. So yes, this is Rathbone, and let me
Cute.
hold on a second. This isn't what I wanted to do. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yay! So yeah, that's Rathbone. So he comes right up to you, Holly, and he puts his huge freaking hand out for a handshake. Just bear in mind, this guy is 7 feet tall. So he is especially tall, even to Holly, like, who's like 3 foot something, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his hand is big enough to palm your head like a basketball. But he extends it for a handshake.
Holly offers her teeny tiny little hand back and tries her best to clasp her other hand over the back of his without it looking comically small.
That's what he sounds like. Hey, I didn't expect to see you here.
I didn't expect to see you with so much fur.
I know, all right? And I got my tongue back. Look. He shows you his tongue.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yes, he's very excited about the tongue.
Wouldn't you be?
God narrows her eyes at Nova. Anyway.
I mean, that is a fair point.
Anyway, so yeah, it's jubilant. It's a nice atmosphere. Anybody else got anything to say to Holly or like with each other?
Right, yeah. Sorry. So, how did the journey go?
It went all right. It was not. It's never easy to deliver bad news, but you know, as much as I miss Hairdo, I'm glad to be back with you guys. His family was pretty sweet and they took it pretty well overall. But I think it's time we finished what we started.
Well, you're making it sound like he's dead.
Well, for all intents and purposes, we don't really know.
Yeah, yes, we don't.
Blount keep his promise, though.
Well, I mean, you know what? Never mind. And Jack drinks. He was about to like be a party pooper, but he's not gonna be today.
I
No,
would have
no,
liked to. Oh, sorry.
Is that right? No, Jacques, please continue.
I was just gonna say he's probably dead.
Well, of course you would think that. You don't.
Hmm.
You're not the. You don't have the brightest point of view.
No, I don't.
He's not an optimist.
Yes, but I am, and I believe he is all right. Just very far away.
I hope I get a chance to meet him then.
Yes, I hope you do.
I mean, we met earlier, but he thought I was like, a terrible abomination unto our people at the time. So, I'd like to see what he thinks of me now.
Yes. Yes, of course. Would you all excuse me for a moment? And he's actually gonna go talk to Forrest for a bit. You
Okay.
guys go ahead.
All right. Anybody else have some interactions they want to get through?
Jack would like to talk to Weira for a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Weira,
Yes.
he's gonna walk over with bucket under one hand and
Goddamn
gonna,
bucket.
he's gotta have his stuff with him. Weira, I remember seeing you early on the dungeon, that prison, whatever. I didn't see you fight. At least I don't think I did. But I remember seeing you get rather. Let's be blunt. You got pretty fucked up at some points, if I'm not mistaken.
A bit. I
Uh,
do tend to stick myself right in the middle of trouble.
That being said, would you perchance being looking for a shield?
Let me double check that I have shield proficiency. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I do. Yes, if you happen to have a spare one or know where I can get one.
Well, I did kind of make a shield there that troll bore, and I had no intention of keeping it. In fact, the reason I made it was because of you. And he
Oh,
sets down the bucket somewhere, and he takes off the troll bore shield and he offers it to her.
she kind of stumbles over her words for a minute, not quite sure what to say. Thank you. Thank you
It's,
very much.
it's probably gonna get a bunch of looks considering it's a skull of a giant fucking boar, but what are you gonna do?
It's a good conversation piece, though.
It is. You know.
Well, if
She
you
looks
ever
at it
decide
She
to.
looks at it for a minute. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I'm glad you do.
So,
But you can. Oh,
no, go ahead. I thought you were done talking.
there was just one last little thing. Well, if you ever decide you want to get rid of it, well, that's your choice to make.
Yeah, I like it.
So,
She
Weira,
sort of helps it
you
up and holds it and kind of sees how it moves with her arm.
it's a large shield. It's kind of like a big kite shield as far as like its dimensions go. So go ahead and add that to your inventory. You have a boar's face shield. I will get the stats on that later. I think it's just a +2, I think, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a +2 to AC.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a +2 to AC when you're using it. Okay. Anybody else want to interact?
Honestly, Nova, especially after like Holly brought up Usnar and his family again, he kind of actually gets a bit contemplative and just sips his water at the bar while he thinks.
Ready for your thoughts? Red just comes up to you.
Oh, that's right. Bartenders do that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of my job.
That's this everything I cannot help but think about, well, family, I guess.
Hmm.
That's the only family I ever had was my mother, and well, my father is elsewhere. So
Yeah, believe me, I can relate. And
as I
he doesn't say anything. He just continues wiping his glass and listening, looking at you with those solid black eyes of his.
it's before he did what he did, Joaquin asked me for a favor of sorts to find his family and to tell them, well, what has happened. And well,
Oh, you cut out for a
I
second
just
there.
no, I was just saying that but before he did what he did, he asked me for a favor to find his family, to tell them what happened to him. And you know, I
Mm.
just, I mean, even though he was far away, he was still thinking about them.
Mm.
And I can't help but wonder if maybe my father ever thought about me.
I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, believe. Oop, that startled me. Sorry. That was D speaking, not Rengus. Okay, back into character. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, I. Meanwhile, I know specifically my father doesn't think about me, but it's at least I know. It must be rough, just to like. I mean, like I know the part of it, being born between two worlds, basically, and then you lose your anchor to the one that you're in, and you know you don't know the anchor to the you don't know the person or the being or whatever that's in the other world who helped create half of you. It's a lot to deal with.
It's, I just don't really know how to feel. I've never really thought about it before until now, because I've always had plenty, but now I feel I don't know how to feel.
Well, I mean, even just knowing what I know about you, growing up basically with no other contact but your mother, it's understandable that with all these new interactions being thrust into this new line of work, and having to work with like more people, it's all an overload. So it's perfectly understandable if you don't know how to feel entirely just yet, but give it time. Don't beat yourself up over it. You'll get through this.
Thank you, Rengis.
My pleasure. Wipes the glass again.
Rennie is right, Nova.
Don't call me
You can-
Rennie.
You can see Fringle is clearly drunk, like completely off his ass. Like Rennie is right. Family is yeah. Blood doesn't matter. Family is the ones you choose. And everybody else can go fuck off.
All right, I'm cutting you off for the rest of the night.
I love drunk sailing so much.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you're cut off for the rest of the night. Yeah, you gotta sleep whatever you have off.
Okay, really. Go to sleep now.
I mean, you don't have to leave now, but you're just not getting any more alcohol tonight.
No, he just falls asleep at the bar.
Oh, second time I've had gnome fall asleep here. I wonder
It
what
is
it
probably
is.
better that he doesn't leave. I would feel very worried for him.
Ah, you're right. Well, I mean, you guys can take the safe house room tonight. Like, if you want to rest up. I think you would all want to sleep it off. Given how much booze everybody but you has consumed anyway.
I'm always surprised by how much alcohol these people can drink.
I worry about you if you drink alcohol, like if it will, introducing a flammable substance to you. I'm both curious and afraid of what would happen.
Noah puts a contemplative face because he's never been in that situation before. I
Yeah.
don't want to try it here.
Yeah, I'm not giving you anything. Your mother would kill me. She'd come back from the grave and kill me.
Yeah,
No.
water is-
I most certainly do not want to set any alcohol on fire.
I mean, I've done it for
You know-
cocktails, but yeah. Anyway, bye. So let's rejoin Avney and Forrest.
Yes, let's. Forrest is outside. She is actually probably ritual casting Speak with Animals right now.
Jeez. I mean, Avnil, like, I don't know, where would she be at that moment?
Right outside the front door.
Like smack in the like smack in front of it.
Like directly next to it. Like
Okay.
you poke your head out the door and she's directly to your right.
Okay, cool. And Avnei will just stand the same way but to the left, and they're just gonna be silent because you're focusing and everything.
20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Not even joking. It's
Wait, what?
it's,
Really?
Sorry, no. Sorry, 10 minutes is the duration.
Yeah, I was about to say
So-
20 minutes
Yeah, I
is
was
a
about
long
to
ritual.
say.
What the hell?
It's 10 minutes longer than whatever it takes to cast. It's an action, so it's 10 minutes later.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but how long has she been doing this?
She spoke to Holly a second ago.
I mean, yeah.
So probably a minute. So you got another 9 minutes to go, buddy.
Yeah, I guess after a couple minutes, like, okay, she's not gonna stop. Forrest, may I borrow a minute of your time?
How into that was she? Probably not super at the moment. And she'll stop and look up a little bleary-eyed and say, "Yes, Avney? What can I do for you?"
Are you feeling any better?
Yes and no. Part of me feels better. I have not gotten much more sleep, but I have done part of my task as well.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm just going to be straightforward with you. What you did in that cave was unacceptable.
She just kind of blinks.
You know what I'm talking about.
You are talking of Jebavin.
Yes.
I figure that Forrest probably has her the little like journal type tome with her, And it's
Mhm.
probably open to whatever page would be the Speak with Animal ritual page. And you say that, and it just hold on. I can actually. I think I can simulate this. Just shuts.
Dabney doesn't flinch.
And she wasn't doing it to be intimidating or anything. It's just
I
like,
mean, yeah,
okay,
yeah, but like it's a loud noise.
yeah,
Just
it's like, okay,
snap
this
like a bear
requires
trap.
yeah, it's like, okay, this requires attention. And like in her little sitting position, she like scooches a little bit so that she is facing towards you now.
Mhm.
And she fixes you with a very serious stare and says, "What part of it?"
Must I say it?
Yes.
You murdering him.
Allow me to ask you a few questions then, Avni.
All right.
So, we had been asking Monsieur Jebevin a few questions. We saw that he was not the necromancer that we thought he was. That he was the apprentice of the necromancer. And from the way he spoke of his master, did it not to you seem as though the master was still in power?
He was, yes.
And we asked him everything we thought we could think of. We asked the number of undead down below, the number of cultists, what types of undead there were. We asked of any other threats that might be down there, how many rooms there were in the place. We asked information of who exactly the cultists were that were down there. And we were fairly certain that we had asked him everything we could think of, yes?
Yes.
Then everyone else decided, let us knock him out. Tell me, how long did we spend under the ground?
Fair amount of time.
How long did it take him to wake up when we knocked him out the first time?
Minute or so.
Actually, out of character, it was about an hour.
No.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a solid
My bad,
hit.
yeah. My bad, yeah. An hour or so.
Then we know that he would wake up fairly quickly, and that we would be spending a great deal of time down below. Which left us with two options. Either we could drag him along with us and have him get in the way and possibly wake up while we are clearing the dungeon and do something that would make him a much greater threat at that moment.
I do want to interject for a moment. And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you kill Jebevim before
Yes.
you found out there was an underground?
No.
Oh right, I mean he told
we
you there was an
found-
underground,
Yeah,
but
basically we knocked him out, and while
That's
waiting
when you
for him
found
to
it.
wake up, we found the trap door, and so we asked him what was down there.
right.
Uh,
Also at this point, You would have been informed by Kajoa that the plan was to bring any captives to a certain meeting point. And that's what
Yeah.
Grumcha ended up doing with the cultist you found down there. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Continue.
I think out of character, I think that I had missed that information, which was part of what helped me decide what Forrest did.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all just talking through Forrest's motivations.
Okay, well, continue, please.
And let's see, where was I? We could have drug him down there, and then he could wake up and cause trouble.
Yeah.
And she says the other option was we leave him upstairs, tied up, and we leave a guard on him. This guard has to go between watching Jepovin and watching the trapdoor, wondering, are we dead? Will we be dead? Are we ever going to come back up? Is anything going to come up behind us? All while this person, who we know lied to us and could cast magic very quickly, was tied up and just waiting to wake up. So whoever we put on guard now has somebody who is a danger, who proves themselves to be a powerful threat, sitting behind them, waiting for them to drop their guard. Both of those options, to my mind, would be unacceptable.
There
What
would
the-
have been a third option.
Yes, there was. And I took it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
The
The third
third
option, to my mind, was to ensure that he would not be a threat.
Well, the third option in mine was to bring him back to base and keep him alive.
And if we had taken the time to do that, then all the rest of the cultists down there would have run away.
I did not
So-
mean us. Much like with Grumsha and other cultists, Kojoa could have done the same.
Do you think that Grumsha or Kojoa would really leave the other behind?
If it's for the greater purpose, then perhaps.
I am not so sure.
Meanwhile, that's exactly what happened at the time after.
Mm-hmm.
Then she would have remembered that, and I'll amend that statement to I did not think so at the time. And Forrest will say that certainly is a possibility that I had not thought of. But at the time, what I was aware of was that there was a threat sitting in front of us. One that was no one of great import, at least as far as the cultists were concerned, who, what little he knew, was known by someone else. And at that point, he had gone from being useful to being dangerous. And I took the options that I saw, that I knew.
You speak of him as he were a tool.
In a way, yes.
Look, I do not like this cult as much as you two, and I do not commend these men's actions. But what you...
I apologize, out of character. Did Avni just say I do not like this cult as much as you do?
Yeah, but it's clear what he
Yeah.
meant.
No, I wanna make sure if
Hate's
that
a
was
strong
what
word.
you meant to say, or if you meant to say something else.
I do
We all
not-
jumble
yeah,
our words.
Do not like. Okay.
Yeah, I said do not like this cult as much as you do.
Okay. That still makes it sound like Forrest likes the cult.
Okay,
I think
then
I know what you're trying to say.
dislike as much as you do. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
not dislike the cult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
words are weird. Try that again.
Fucking
Take
English.
2. Yeah,
Damn English. Yeah.
English. Alright, take 2. Listen, I dislike this cult as much as you two, and I do not commend these men's actions, but you cannot just murder your issues.
My issue, Avni, is that these men wish to bring about the destruction of the world, the end of existence. And I quite like existence. I quite enjoy spending time with my friends. I quite like seeing the animals in the world. I enjoy the food. I quite enjoy life. And they would end all of that.
Then we temper them with wisdom, not murder.
Avni, how much do you know of the beings they follow?
D, what would I know?
Well, you would know a little bit based on what you've been traumatized by.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have seen firsthand the rituals that happen. You don't quite recall the ritual beyond it being absolutely horrifying, hence why you're just blocking it out. You know they're not good people, for certain.
Oh, absolutely.
As for their ends and goals, there's not a whole lot that you know that you haven't just been told, or
Right.
haven't been told by Blount or others.
Mm-hmm. I do not know of them very much, but I do know a few things, yes.
Avni, I told you before that I have seen this creature that they worship. More than that, I am afraid that I did make a connection to this creature. And that connection, I do not think I will ever be rid of. But with that connection, I think I also understand how others make those connections. And I also understand that they will never be rid of that. The difference between myself and them is they have made this connection knowingly. I did not know what was happening, at least as far as I can remember. I had no idea what I was walking into. But as I said, this is a connection that they will never be rid of. And this is a creature that, for all of eternity, for all of their lives, is going to be whispering to them in the dark. Whatever wisdom we can ply them with, it will not be enough. Because you cannot temper madness with wisdom. Whether or not we can get them to renounce today, tomorrow, the day after, there is always the next day after that. And there will always be more years and years and years of having that voice in their head, telling them all of the things it wants them to do, calling to them. So the connections that they made. And after a while, when we have forgotten who they are, when we have forgotten where they have gone, they will break again. And I know that I will not be responsible for the deaths that they cause at that time.
I believe that no man is inherently evil, that they just make evil decisions.
Whether or not they are inherently evil is not the problem. The problem is that they have a connection to something that is inherently evil, and it will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Just as I am certain that I will have that connection for the rest of my life.
And how do I know that you are not inherently evil?
Inherently is the wrong word. What I may do in the future is what should be a problem. It does not matter if I am evil today. At one day, should I become evil, that is what is important. And on that day, Avni, I sincerely hope that you take your sword and you stab it directly through my gut, and you make sure that I do not hurt anyone. Just as I will make sure that these people do not ever hurt anyone ever again. My sincere hope is to starve this creature that they worship of attention, of worship, and maybe we can get that voice of it down to such a degree that no one can ever hear it again. And maybe down in whatever dark hole it is buried in, it will die there. And I hope that I will be the last one to hear that voice. But I aim to ensure that that possibility.
Yeah, they're really shaken up right now. like right when you said stab through the gut, that's when that really like shook them.
Yeah.
I just and they start to tear up a lot.
Forrest's head just kind of tilts to the side a bit.
I cannot do it again. I can't.
Do what again?
Forrest, I murdered a cultist. I cannot do it again.
What exactly are you talking about? For I do not recall seeing you ever kill a cultist in cold blood.
It just wipe their eyes. It was during the fire of the bend when the cultists were attacking us. And I stabbed one of them. And killed him.
While you were being attacked.
Yes, but that does not excuse what I did.
What you did was defend yourself and your friends.
I still took the life of someone that could have been redeemed, Forrest. I took that chance away.
Avni, whatever you think you did that night, it was not murder. What you did was to defend yourself, to defend your life, the lives of your friends, the lives of whatever survivors there were in Bend. That you had to take a life to do that is of course tragic, but that does not make it murder. And I will say two things. And Avni, I have to be honest with you. You are not going to like them. The first thing. No, I understand, Dee. The first thing is that there is no redemption for us. That chance is gone. But beyond that, this path that we are on, we are against what they are trying to do. We are looking to stop them in their tracks, to stop them from hurting other people. Which means that invariably, they will attempt to stop us. They will attempt again to kill us. And Avni, you are going to have to repeat that.
I cannot bring myself to kill someone again.
Then they will kill you, and your friends, and all of the people around us.
They just wipe their eyes and straighten themselves up. I think I understand. It's for the greater good.
You must do as you see fit, Avni. If you think that they can be redeemed, then absolutely you should attempt to do so. But you must also understand the path that we are on, that you are on. And it is inherently not a peaceful one.
I understand.
Now, I'm sure that this will be a conversation we will be having again in the future at some point. But for now, I would ask that you leave me to what I was doing.
Of course. I apologize for making this conversation about myself.
No, not at all. Whether or
Just-
not we disagree on methods or motivations or what have you, I would hope that we are friends and that I am here to talk.
Of course. Agree to disagree then.
Then have a good night, Daphne.
Yes, you too. Just try not to murder any more of your issues.
And-
Good night.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry to say have a good night.
Okay.
Sorry that wasn't long.
That's okay. That's okay. With that, we are going to take a brief break. I'm going to say about 5 minutes. So we are in BRB mode, everyone.
Sounds good.
I'm going to stay here.
I will stay here as well.
I will be here.
Put a little bit of music on.
We'll be right back.
Just and the Bridget was asking, are we going until midnight?
Yes.
Okay.
That's usually how long we go. Some nights we don't go that far, but that is the plan.
I can just imagine like an abridged version of this session. Just Avni is like, I can't kill anyone again, and Forrest just grabs him by the shoulders. You're a paladin! You're a sword!
You are a child's plaything.
You are a toy! No.
I couldn't help but snicker when you called Jemavim a tool.
I heard that in the background.
I tried
I did too.
so hard to like keep that in.
It was unintentional on Abney's part, but you know,
He was indeed a tool.
he was
Mhm.
a little bit too. Yeah.
I'm just kind of glad that Afne didn't go to Shaq because complaining about it. But she killed him, and Jack just would have been like, "Good, great, just gotta kill him."
Oh, don't die.
You'll know. Of course, Abney's gonna tackle the source.
Say what?
I mean, like, I'm not gonna like complain to someone about it. They're gonna confront people about it.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, tackle the source. Sorry.
Yes.
I hadn't quite heard what you had said.
No, words are weird when I'm nervous.
Words are strange.
The English language is fun.
I can't wait for
And
Shaq
weird.
to be a source, just for how blunt he's gonna be.
It's gonna be great. I'm also preparing myself for the sass.
So much
It is yet to
sass.
come.
I'm ready for it.
And as we come back from break, Jack is like, and then he told us to hide behind his shield while he ran towards the fire.
Anthony's never gonna live that down. My God.
No. Just like the bucket, it lives forever.
Out
I
of
mean,
curiosity,
seriously, why would you just stand in fire?
out of curiosity, would the bucket, would you consider it tiny or small sized?
It's small sized.
Small sized, okay.
Like it's not quite the lower threshold to tiny, but you could physically fit 2 chickens into it probably
Okay.
if you crammed them in there. So I think of that as like it's like a Home Depot bucket.
I'm just imagining
yeah.
Jacques just finding 2 chickens and stuffing them in a bucket.
That is something he would do.
Hey, look, I found these chickens.
They're on
I
some
just,
guy's farm just roaming around.
Dan, I feel it necessary to inform you that there are plans underway to make that bucket sentient.
What?
God, I hope.
And then when it comes to life, God kill me! They keep putting stuff in me.
No. The best
Okay.
part, there is a wonderful common magic item, the pot, that when you plant a plant in it after a month it turns that plant sentient.
Oh God, the sun.
And Dan, I'm gonna make that bucket sentient.
Oh my God.
Look what you've done, D. This is what you've done.
What I've done. What I've
You've
done.
allowed this to happen.
what you have wrought.
You know I can
Allowed this to get this far.
I can render this entire world a bucketless void.
See, I think it'd just be easier, more practical, just to make it like into a bucket of holding. That way you can just endlessly put stuff in it.
Indeed, a sentient bucket of holding.
Oh my
It just
God.
makes, like, when it's-
Because we
it's
know
just,
what
like,
happens when we
helpful.
make our holding items sentient.
It just constantly speaks with its mouth full.
I
Oh
think at that
God.
I think at that point it would be a mimic.
Yes.
yeah, pretty much.
Bucket of eating.
Worth it? Yeah, pet mimic? Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna say mimics don't react well to being kept as pets, but
I mean, it depends on how you pitch the idea to them.
Yeah.
they're more like a sentient security system for crazy people.
Yeah, pretty much.
I,
Also known as pets.
I guess like a anyway.
They're like a
It's just
really,
like that meme of I guess.
I guess.
they're like a really weird, slightly awesome dog.
All right, so we're happening upon the 5-minute mark. Is everyone back?
Roll call.
Nova!
Miyako.
Of nay.
Ollie.
Anyway,
Hello.
I
Okay.
apparently was unmuted and then tried to mute myself again.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot this earlier. Quickly, everyone tackle Holly!
Shit.
She's so small though.
So
right.
tiny!
Crusher!
Tackle Holly and Bridget!
Why?
I don't know the
All the hugs! This is how we show our love,
So-
with dog piles.
So
So much love.
Resnick wants to know if they should tell your idea their idea for the bucket.
Oh no, I'm gonna be the one to tell this.
Okay.
He was saying that we could true polymorph it
Oh my,
into a dragon egg.
you fucking dare.
Are you
Don't
telling me?
It's okay. No, it's okay. True polymorph only works on creatures. You can't use it on objects.
I mean
Well, I mean,
But if
if
I
you
make
actually
it
make it
sentient, yeah.
Yeah, then it becomes a creature.
No, I think a dragon egg also counts as an object, so you can't polymorph a creature into an object.
Oh
so,
my god.
but
The thing is,
yeah.
if you had done that and not told Jack,
Yes.
oh, it's a dragon egg, he'd be like, ooh, dinner.
Wait.
Then
I
we'd
got
be
an
rid of
idea.
the buckets.
Level 9.
You could
Level 9
enchant
witch
it with an
spell.
illusion.
Okay, we're getting a little Okay, so
Wait, true polymorph does work on objects? Oh god.
yes. It does. It does. But anyway, we're gonna shelve this conversation for now, and we're going to return to the game.
Let us be imaginative, D.
Yeah. Okay. So it's at that point that the entire world is turned to fire.
Fuck.
Nova
Just
feels
like
at
my
home.
dreams.
It's okay. Warlocks don't get access to any polymorph spells. It's all right. I can't actually do that idea.
Yeah, if you guys end up doing that, I'm gonna make the dragon kill you.
but we're its mama. Dragon Mama Forest.
I am the mom above all moms. My will shall become manifest through the actions of Bucket Dragon.
The one true mother.
This was a good idea.
Anyway, so back to the
I love
tavern.
you.
Somebody's got it. Well, back to the tavern now. Okay. So, let's see here. Wayra, is there anything in particular that you would like to do?
Not really. I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. So after pretty much getting everybody in the everybody in the tavern sick of singing, Rathbone decides it's time to mellow down, and he takes a seat at the bar and continues drinking.
That's the proper way to mellow down.
Yeah.
Forrest sticks her head into the bar again and uses the telepathy toward Rengis and just like tosses a gold coin into the bar and says, "That is for Abney. More drinks."
All right. Well, I'll let him be the judge of that, but I'll keep it on his tab.
However many he wishes to get.
All right. So what is Abney up to now?
Guess I'm getting drinks. After that, they've been like walking inside and just looking around. Suppose it's after hours now.
I mean, it's almost last call, but
Yeah, this is fair. Out of curiosity, what is your weakest drink that you have?
well, I mean, we have water, but as far as actual alcohol content goes, probably just, whiskey on the rocks.
I'll have this then.
All right, just let the ice melt first, because then it dilutes it, and drink it slow.
Of course.
I could even add a little extra water in if you want.
The weakest drink we have, Mountain Donkey Kick.
What?
I love that drink.
Anyway.
It says Celix is still on the stay tuned screen.
Oh, good point. I mean, we're kind of, it's all theater of the mind regardless, but good point.
Thank you, Celix.
You're welcome.
Yes, Avenue. They won't get drunk, but they'll have a little bit of drinks.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to do?
Forrest is going to resume ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Okay. What's your end goal when doing this?
She just wants to talk to a bird.
Okay.
You just did.
Ah, finger guns.
That's how you know it worked.
Well, yeah, but like a real bird. Oh.
Whoa. What do you mean?
What do you mean, you people?
Anyway.
Wow.
Moving onward.
Yeah, like a bird, a squirrel, just, a rat will do.
I mean, does it like summon an animal to you, or you have to go find it?
No. There has basically, like, if I see an animal, I can speak to it, but it doesn't summon any creatures to me now.
Okay, you see a stray cat near one of the houses nearby.
Okay. She'll hold out a hand. Let me see. Do I have anything? She'll hold out a hand with a little bit of rations on it and say, excuse me, and say quietly, "Come here."
The cat perks its ears up and looks at you.
Hello, friend.
Hi.
What is your name?
Toonces.
Good to meet you, Tunsis. My name is Forrest.
Did your human give you that name, or?
I do not have a human.
I mean, I guess there's lots of cats that don't have humans, but I mean, I do. She's an old lady, and she gives me fish sometimes.
Oh, what is her name?
I just call her Meat Lady.
Well, Meat Lady sounds like a wonderful woman.
Yeah, she's all right. So Toonces comes up and eats the ration. Oh, not bad.
Forrest is just going to gently pet it.
Oh, I like this, and he's purring.
Tunsis, I have a question for you.
Okay, sure.
Do you know if there are any chickens around here?
Not close, like maybe down the street, a little past my, usual roaming grounds, but no.
All right. Just wondering.
The only chickens I see are dead ones that Meat Lady brings home.
Ah. Well, that was pretty much all of my questions. Thank you.
Why do you want chickens?
Reasons. They are quite funny when you scare them, no?
I have no experience scaring chickens.
Oh, you should. The way their feathers just tend to go everywhere. It's quite amusing.
I mean, I much rather go after tiny birds.
Well, to each their own. To me, a chicken is a tiny bird.
Yeah, you're like huge.
No,
You gonna pet me more, or are we through here?
I figured she'd been petting him the whole time.
He just sits in your lap and just purrs.
Forrest will just enjoy the night like that. That's pretty much all she wanted to do was just like talk to an animal, basically test the
And
spell.
ask it about chickens.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so can anybody guess the material component of the fear spell?
Anyway,
Shaking my head at you.
moving onward. So, Salix, are you still passed out?
Yep. Pringle got drunk and passed out at the bar.
All right. Well, it is now last call at the Boar's End. You guys have been given keys to a special room. This room is not, like the normal rooms around. This is actually hidden in the back of a completely illusory linen closet. So once you guys get in the linen closet, you're able to open the door, and it's this nice little suite.
Sweet.
I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Always amazed by the magics of this world.
Yeah, I guess when Avney's done, they're just gonna pick up Fringle and go to the room. Poor man. Too much.
Forrest attempts to just make sure that that pointy bit of hair remains pointy while while Avni is carrying Pringle.
Oh, it does. You can see it bouncing up and down, poking Avne in the back while he's carrying Pringle.
It's like a scorpion tail.
That
It's like a frickin' scythe. You seen that thing? Jesus.
thing hurts.
He's got a lot of gel in it.
Yeah, no kidding.
There is no gel. Unlike
What
Ustar.
does he use?
Yeah.
The funny part is that's canon.
Yes.
Like that's a cut from like what, 4th episode?
Yeah. Holy shit! I didn't think about that until you brought that up. Yeah.
I think Avni, it's Maybelline.
Ah, God damn it.
His poor mother. Says nobody.
Yeah. Oh,
Says the disembodied voice of God that you hear occasionally and feel like you're crazy for hearing it.
really? Is that true?
And they all hear it, but none of them tell any of the others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so everybody gets their own bed. It's like this nice, it's sweet, but it's like a bunkhouse suite, so it's like really nice beds, but they're all in the same room as everything else. Everybody gets their own bed though.
Avni will tuck Pringle in with a glass of water bedside. Because I know he's gonna need it.
No more cheese.
You'll get your cheese and Pringle.
Forrest, you're covered in cat hair. I mean,
Yeah.
cat hair that's
That's
not
just-
yours.
Yeah, okay, I was just gonna say.
Okay.
Forrest, I see you're shedding.
No, it is not mine.
Sure.
What? There was a stray on the road.
Sure. Okay, it's alright. We've all been there.
What?
Well, I haven't. I
What?
don't have fur.
What? What? So you molt?
Something like that.
Yeah, he literally sheds his skin. It's
Yeah.
horrifying. Okay, so everybody takes everybody sleeps, I presume, unless more things happen.
Yep. Just do some meditation, breathing practice. Go to sleep.
Give me just a moment. I do need to check one thing real quick.
Okay.
Where is it? Fuck, I don't know. I don't think I have either of these things. Okay. Nope. I'm good.
Okay. All right, so let me roll a die for something.
Oh no.
Okay, and
The Nazgul appear in the night.
Fuck.
So, Weira,
Yes.
you find yourself in this mass of purple clouds last thing you remember was going to bed.
I'm very confused. Just looking around.
Why are you here? You hear an ethereal voice say,
Where am I?
"Here."
Where is here?
Here is where I am.
And who are you?
I have many names. None of them suit me.
Well, what are some of them?
I believe Your kind call me the Minstrel King.
Ah. Okay.
Why are you here?
I don't know why I'm here.
You're
I
not
gotta-
awake.
Oh, that would explain this. But I still don't know why I'm here.
I gave you a message, I remember.
You did, and I delivered it.
Yes. You are now in something much larger than myself.
I do seem to be.
Very
Still
good.
not entirely sure why. Or at least why me.
You're no longer my responsibility. I shall remove you from this place. And with that, you wake up and it's morning.
Lyra is just very, very confused.
As one should be. Sorry, I'll drop the ASMR voice.
Ah! Creepy as fuck. Just. She gets up. And she goes and she takes her dulcimer and goes outside and sits down and just sort of picks out a tune. It's nothing like that she knows, it's just random fiddling around.
Mhm.
And thinking on what just happened and if if she's not the Minstrel King's responsibility anymore, then whose is she?
Mhm. With that, I am rolling another die.
Oh boy.
And let's see here. During the night, Avne.
Yes, hi.
Well, you've actually had a lot of mic time. I don't have a whole lot planned for yours.
That's alright.
Okay. Let's go with Salix then.
Yes.
Salix, you awaken and find yourself in a hallway made entirely of gold bricks. It's dark at one end and bright, and like kind of like an orangey light at the other end.
Hello.
Hello.
Where am I?
You are in my world.
And who are you?
You are not a follower. What are you doing here? The voice is distorted like that.
I don't know. I didn't come here on purpose.
You don't follow your God willingly.
I don't follow any god.
Samusora.
I know the gods are real, but it doesn't mean I have to follow their teaching.
The clergy.
What about it?
You are of the clergy?
Yes.
You do not follow Samusora?
I don't know how to answer that question.
No one does. Seek the light where you find it, not where you're told to look. 'Cause. 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 '
If it was that simple, I would have already done it.
You make it complicated. And with that, you wake up and your head is pounding because you got drunk and passed out last night.
Ah, this is what Dengorbath is. Fringle's gonna wake up and see if I can go get a glass of water.
Conveniently, there's one on your bedside table.
He's just gonna start drinking that and messing with a copper wire.
Okay. All right, and one last one here. And of course, it's Bridget.
Yay!
Bridget, you find yourself in a warped and distorted looking city. Everything is dark and it's like all tints of purple and like, black and kind of scary. There's lots of shadows and you hear movement in the shadows.
Oh my. Holly turns towards where she thinks the sound is coming from and puts her hand on her belt.
Relax.
Easy for you to say, disembodied voice.
I have a body.
Oh, good. Is it in a bag? Or a tarp?
You're funny. I like you.
Oh, lucky me.
You saw the note.
I did.
Say my name.
I don't remember what name.
Oh, sorry. The name Komash.
Komash, I presume?
Yes. God of secrets, lies, thievery. Yes, that's me.
Ah. Nice to meet you. Can I help you with something in this lovely, shadowy wherever we are?
We're in my home. I need no help here. But events are moving quickly. Trouble ahead.
Oh.
The
Well?
the others, the other gods, not usually allies, but we make exceptions when it's useful to us, and it behooves us to act. Do you understand?
Maybe.
Try for a definite answer. And then everything goes black. And then you wake up.
Holy crap. So Holly gets up and kind of straightens herself out and decides to go get a very hearty breakfast after that.
Okay. Oh, somebody dinging.
Sorry, that was me.
All right. And Miyoko, what's Forrest up to right now?
She probably would have attempted to sleep, actually.
Oh. Well, let me check something really quick. You succeeded. So you are asleep for the first time in a long time. And usually you have this same dream where you're in like this rocky cave full of and it's a massive cave full of mist. It's got stalactites and stalagmites everywhere. And there's this big, giant black sphere that like oozes and, there's like arms and eyes and tentacles and stuff like coming off of it. Truly a scary sight. That's what you usually dream about. But not today. You find yourself in a ruined castle. You could tell it was a nice castle at one point, but it's ruined now. There's no reconstruction that will save this place.
Does it look familiar?
No.
Oh, good.
As you traverse its echoey halls, you hear a voice. Who are you?
That depends on who you are.
One does not walk into the home of the god of valor without knowing.
Then how exactly did I get here and not know who you are?
No response.
Well, you answered my question. It is only polite that I answer yours. My name is Eye of the Forest.
Psst. Talking in mortal tongue is extremely difficult across the plains. Do you understand?
I think so. Is there another tongue that would be easier for you?
No. Hear me, mortal. Listen well. You are tasked with something much larger than mortal means. You will find a successor.
A successor?
The room starts fading to black. Look for me beyond the tree. Farewell. And then you wake up.
She wakes up, just kind of sits up, rubs her eyes, mutters under her breath, I think I would have preferred the black cloak. The black cloak.
All right, and let's do Dan next. Let's do Shaq.
Yay.
I've already done most everybody. May as well continue. Shaq, you are in a great forest. Everything is just really lush, really green. The forests are thick with like foliage and like bushes and trees. Everything is just there, and you're navigating through a misty section of this forest. Hello, little one.
Hello?
I've seen you before.
Well, I've not seen you before, I don't think.
No, you know me, though.
Well, if the forest is any indication, you must be Theater.
Yes.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege to be in your forest, great Theater.
Save the platitudes. We've much to discuss and
All right.
little time.
Okay. So what are we to discuss?
Trust others. It's the greatest thing. Move forward. Always.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to move forward, and I cannot trust easily.
No
especially
one said this would be easy. In fact, it is quite difficult.
that I can agree.
Your task ahead requires trust. And then you wake up.
He's gonna look around. He's like in the room, right? He's like looking around the room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, well, and he gets up and he's gonna go get something to eat.
And last but not least, Nova.
So he sleeps peacefully?
No. You find yourself on the outside of a grand palace. And just to give you a quick visual, like, internal idea, it's like Agrabah from Aladdin if it was solid gold. It is ornate as fuck. The sky is orange, and there is a very large sun in the sky rather close by. And it's like you can actually see the flames from the sun. But it's not hot. It's rather comfortable here.
Huh. Normally there's a lot more fire in my dreams.
Yes, son of fire. Yes.
Who, do I see who is speaking?
No, it's just a disembodied voice.
Who is there?
It is I, the ever-burning sun.
You would be Kendro?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, my mother always spoke of you.
You have a great path ahead of you. Speaks really disjointedly.
So, are you okay? Do you need help?
Would be easier if actually here, but you are not. You're in material realm.
Yes, there must be interference. What path are you speaking of?
Is path you're already on.
Oh, good. It's nice to know I'm on the right one.
Great destiny, but also great hardship. You can't do it, son of fire.
Oh, well, thank you for your confidence.
Yes. And then you wake up. Nothing was answered in yours. It was just, go get him, Tiger.
Well, now Nova feels extra motivated.
Oh, I guess we didn't do Avne, did we?
Let's see. Yeah.
No, we didn't do it.
Whoops.
Shit. Okay, well, we're going to do Avne now, and this is going to be where we end after this.
Yay, hi.
All right. So, Avne, you awaken in the sky. You're floating
Sick.
freely.
Avne's looking really happy already.
You are what feels like miles above a verdant land, like below. It's an excellent view of the whole place, and it's clear blue skies. A few wispy clouds, but it's really nice.
Avne tries to fly around.
And you do so. You fly around easily.
Avne's very happy.
Little one.
Hello?
Greetings.
Salutations.
You. Oh, hold on. Somebody's munching, and I can hear it on their
Oh.
mic.
Oh, sorry. I was just unwrapping a little thing. I didn't
Okay.
think it'd pick up.
Yep. Anyway, moving on. You carry with you the confidence of the wind.
Of course. I serve my one and true deity.
You are unsure, though.
Sure?
You must know the self, even the worst parts, for you to move onward.
What do you mean?
Know the self. And then everything goes black and you wake up.
Just look around for is my room there?
Yeah, you are in the you're in the suite.
Know myself. Who was I speaking to?
And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening. So thank you everybody for coming out. Excuse me, sorry. Yes, thank you everyone for coming out. This has been our return to Twitch, to streaming and playing regularly. We hope to keep doing this weekly. We are having a special event coming in November that I will be announcing soon, so please follow our Twitter, which is at Fractured Sky. You could see it below on the black bar at the bottom. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check out the YouTube channel for our archive. Now, let's see who's streaming right now to see who we can raid. Does anybody have a suggestion?
Oh man,
I'll take a look-see.
I have this awesome person that I've been following named Letter D004. She's awesome.
We should raid her.
We should raid her.
Can we self-raid? I don't know.
Let's see.
No raids, but radiance.
I have Rabbit and I have Bracky.
Yeah, I got Bracky, and I have Hassan Piker too, but he's got like 3.3k people in already. I don't feel.
Yeah.
Bunny Bennett, Tiduk Son.
Bonnie Bennett is doing Dungeons and Dragons and has 37 people.
Sure.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Yahoo! Woohoo! Yeah!
Bye-bye!
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.